change the graphics. Most of the graphics are actually set to default, but I do change a couple of them to enhance the color and lighting when you're taking screenshots, just because I believe that it helps with the screenshot color. So the main thing that I change is actually the graphic quality. I turn it all the way up to 10. So that does auto set everything to full. I turn off shadows to offset that, generally for different perspective. The contrast is the main one that I adjust. I adjust the contrast to 61%. Too little, it blurs everything out, and too much, it makes everything really dark. So I do change it to 61% because I believe that's the best contrast. I set brightness to 52. Too bright makes it overexposes the picture, and if you turn the brightness down, it makes everything dark, which might work in some settings, but you want to just make sure you keep your brightness reasonable. The gamma, same thing. It turns everything pale or turns everything dark. I turn the gamma to 1, but if you're taking pictures of like a gravesite, you might want to turn it down. Depends on the person taking the picture, I think. The sharpness, I personally don't see a big difference. I know there is a difference in some scenes, especially outside. So I leave it at 0.2%. Just, I don't believe that you need to change them, but you may want to change them. The max foreground, I leave that alone. The background, for screenshots, I don't believe it matters. Depends on what you're taking a screenshot of, I think. I do disable the ray trace shadows. I disable them because I don't believe that they're necessary in the screenshots. There may be a reason to turn them on. I just currently don't have them on. Under the interface, I do change some of these settings. I turn off the name, my name. I turn the NPCs to only hostels and quest NPCs. The critters and companions, I turn off. The friendly players, I turn off. The minions, I turn off. And the enemy players, I turn off. The reason I turn all of those off is so that you don't see a bunch of platers on top of your screen when you're taking pictures, because I don't believe that you would want those in your screenshot. The other characters' names and stuff, I believe it makes a cleaner picture if you just turn them off. I did turn off a couple of the enemy nameplates because some of the enemies, well, like if you're taking a picture with a horde character, they're going to be counted as an enemy, so you want to make sure you turn that off too, especially if your friends are of the opposite faction. I do have 2 macros. You can click down in the bio. I'll have them. You can copy and paste them in your macros and see what they do. They do adjust your camera. They change your camera so that you're zoomed a little farther back, which helps in dungeons. In my opinion, it doesn't just help with screenshots, but I do believe that's an opinion, and the macro, that's if you want to use it. That is a choice.